Five-star performance. Have you seen a World Cup qualifier as good as this in a long time?
I've seen this in a long time. The boys have done well for themselves. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Black Stars. Thank you to Ghanaians for their support. Today we came here to witness a victory match, but not this kind of margin. So the boys have done so well for themselves, and kudos to them.
What do you think changed in the second half? Because the first half, first goal comes early, and then afterwards it looks like the Central African Republic team comes into it a bit more. But the second half, everything completely changed.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. You could see the first half they were struggling a bit physically. It's for some strange reasons. That is what I saw. Physically they were a bit down, and I think they had to just go back, change some tactical. You could see Partey coming forward during the second half. The first half he was more like a pivot. So I think the second half they decided to go with that offensive minded, and then that is what we saw today.
What do you think this does for the confidence of the team? I mean, the last time they played away, there were a lot of question marks. Then they beat Mali, and people said the game wasn't as good as it should have been. And then today they score 5. It's not that they won by 5 goals. It's just the dominant nature. What do you think this does for the confidence of the team?
Yeah, it's all about consistency. Sometimes you win, you'll be criticized, but they're still winning. That is the most important thing. They've been able to prove themselves. They can score more goals. We came here the last time we scored 3 against Madagascar. Now they've scored 5. So watching the table, you can see our goal difference is very, very high. That is where we should give them the props, because they've been able to score more goals in this World Cup qualifier.
And the coach said to them when they gathered in the huddle that it's not yet done, it's just left it a little bit. But come on, the rest of us have a right to party, don't we?
Yeah, we don't have to be celebrating for now. We have to just finish there. As I said earlier, this is just the finishing touches. You have to just do the right thing at the Accra Sports Stadium. And obviously, we'll be waiting for the fans to come in their numbers to support the Black Stars. Definitely, there will be something better for the fans to go home and talk about.
And how do you think the team should celebrate? Because in the match, almost will be centre backs 2 Nina should go, central midfielder should go, lead striker Jordan Ayew should go, substitute should go. Is this one of the most complete? One of the most complete displays from a team performance for the Black Stars in a while? For some good reasons, I've now been C.A.R. team now. Yeah, very, very good with set pieces. Most of the goals are actually now. Sanya set pieces are. Memphis say I have very, very strong with set pieces, and that is one of the important things. So the ultimate match are a thing, but set pieces between I'm away to Arsenal recently. It's very, very good for the team. Very, very good for the team. And coach say but Accra for jubilate you colleague go try video now. Obi a jubilate so go difference of +10. I say also celebrate.
So celebrate Kasakwa and say Okana players ni omutime omude. Or say omutumi focus to the end. Although say aka 9 back see America, but bibia to me see obo muntina we all the show omutumi but Ghana there enya there video will be area sure say be qualify for the show. So you couldn't say strategy.
I'm very, very excited. We've come a very long way. We can only thank God and thank all the staff, the management, the federation, the government, everyone. We're all in this together, and it wasn't easy for everyone, but at the end we got what we wanted, and we're so happy, and obviously we have one more game and we want to finish strong.
And in the first half, we started very strong. There were many opportunities from corner kicks, but there was just one goal. What changed in the second half? Why did it become so much better?
Obviously, we went in the changing room and we corrected some mistakes that we were doing, that we should be a bit more aggressive in the final third, and I think that's what we did in the second half, and that's what gave us the opportunity to score 2, 3, and 4 goals, 5 goals.
And you had a goal in the second half. You had 2 assists in the World Cup qualifying. You scored 7 goals. You assisted 8. It's a worldwide lead because that's 14 goals contribution, not even Messi. Why have you been? What has been so special about this World Cup qualifiers?
Obviously, I really took it to heart because I wasn't too happy with the 2022 World Cup. So I really wanted to have another feel of the World Cup, and obviously we not qualifying for the AFCON was a disaster and a disappointment for everyone, we the players and even the staff and the country. So we knew that this was our only chance to redeem ourselves, and I feel like it wasn't only me. I feel like everyone was committed to the cause, and everyone was ready for the challenge. And obviously, you know, I've come a long way with the national team, you know, so it's part of me. The national team is part of me, and you know, I really take it to heart, obviously, and you know, I'm at a stage where like I needed to step up and to take more responsibilities, and you know, I was aware of that, you know, but obviously it all comes with hard work and determination, and obviously the encouragement from my family, my parents, my dad, my mom, my brothers, sister, you know, they've all been behind me, and family, friends, you know, aunties, uncle, they've all been behind me, supporting me from day one. So obviously when I play for the national team, it's not only for me, you know, it's for my whole family and obviously the country as well. So I really take it to heart, and you know, anything I do is to represent Ghana the best as I can, and that's what I try to do every time.
On the pitch, I was lucky to watch the game from this side, and the engagement was the game as rough as including your engagement with some of the second players.
Sorry.
I'm saying on the pitch you had a few tough engagements with a few of the players from C.A.R. Was it that intense?
Yeah, of course it was intense because obviously it's a World Cup qualifier, and obviously you know, the boys is 22 players on the pitch, and everyone wants to win, and you don't want to be losing 3-4. So I understand the frustration from the opponent, you know, but as well I should have done better, obviously too. But sometimes, you know, the emotions take over, you know, because it was a really important game for us, and we really wanted to win. Obviously, with what happened in Chad against Niger, we didn't want it to repeat itself. So we all wanted to finish strong, and you know, it's part of the game, it's part of football, you know. Obviously, it's something that I don't regret, but obviously I know that I need to control myself and to do much more better.
My final question is Sunday. I saw Coach Otuatu tell everybody that it's not done yet, but you know, Madagascar must overcome an 8-0 deficit. You know, people will come to the stadium to party. I mean, I don't think anybody's coming to watch food. How do you, the players, deal with it? And what sort of atmosphere are you expecting?
I don't know. Nothing changes for us. It's still an important game, and there's something at stake, is to win, to make it complete, and we'll do our best. We don't want to get carried away because we know there's one more game, and we want to finish hard and strong, and make sure that we enjoy ourselves on the pitch as well, and to make their fans happy and proud. I hope they come to celebrate with us.
Thank you very much.
I look at you, no?
Yeah, in the same direction. Yes. Yeah. Mohammed, this is your fourth goal for Ghana. You've been happy to score in World Cup qualifiers. But sum up for me, how big today was for you?
I think today is a big day. We already know before the game, and we already know it's going to be more easier if we win the game. And we cannot, you know, go in the game, you know, and maybe we had a draw. And the last game is going to be stressful. So we know today we have to win. And I think the reaction with the boys is good. And even yesterday in training, I think the boys were ready. And and then we did it.
And I noticed that before you scored, there was one correct where Kudu said to you, I'm crossing this ball to you, and then you headed over. Did you expect the second one to come to you? Because he seemed to say he's giving it to Jordan, and then Jordan goes in front, and then it comes to you. Is that a routine that guys have worked out in training?
Yeah. So I think with the corner kick, I always have the connection with Kudus. You know, he played the first one, but I think because of the sun, so I didn't get the ball like good. and I know when the second one come, I'm gonna get it. So I told him to play the ball in the second post, and then I managed to get there at the right time, and then, I put it in.
And then afterwards, it seemed that the Central African Republic came into the game and then people were beginning to fear it would be another chance. How did you guys turn the game around, especially in the second half?
You mean today?
Yes, in the second half. How? Because at some point it seemed that the opponent seemed to come in, but in the second half.
Yeah. So I think the first half they were more careful. The first half, they tried to stay more back, So. And the second half, I think they came, full, and we have a lot of space in behind them. So we tried to play the ball in behind them. I think the boys did very good because when they press, we try to play the pass in between the lines, and then after we have just 4 defenders. I think it was a good game for us.
When you consider the fact that we didn't qualify for the Nations Cup and now we are trying to qualify for the World Cup, why have you guys been so good in the World Cup?
I think it's a big lesson for us. Even today, when we were leading 1-0, when we go to the first half, we all told the boys, listen, this is what happened against Niger, so we should not let this happen again. So we always take this as a lesson, And I think everyone has learned a lot from not qualifying for the AFCON. And then, I think we have it in our mind that if we don't play very good in the second half, they're gonna equalize,
You say very little in Ghana this year.
Again.
You say very little when you come to play for Ghana. You barely do interviews and all that. I wanted you to sum up for me how much playing for the Blacks has boost you. Because I remember you at the 2022 World Cup, you had a brilliant tournament. How passionate are you about this?
For me, I try to do my best. I try to, help the team. I try to bring the effort, and I try to also talk with the young ones. When I'm on the pitch, I try to give everything, because if you are here for sure, we know the reason why we are here. We are here to win, so we have to put everything, Yeah.
My final question to you is, I followed you at AS Monaco for some time. This season, you're getting games, you're playing in the Champions League. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with the way the season has started?
To be honest, it wasn't bad, and last season I started like playing maybe a lot of games that this season, but this season I didn't play like much as compared to the games we played, but I'm just there waiting to get my chance.
Good luck with it.
Thank you so much.